Welcome to Story Time with Dr. Jones. Lately, a whole lot of people have been asking me, Dr. Jones, do you miss being a real veterinarian? As in the guy who gets to see real dogs and cats, use a stethoscope, even do surgery? Then recently, our Facebook page got hacked. I have a lot to say about this issue, that issue. Stick around for this video. Are you looking to learn more about natural pet health and wellness? You've come to the right place. Click the link to subscribe to Veterinary Secrets. In 1992, I graduated with this, my DVM, my Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, and I practiced for nearly 20 years. Yes, I saw real clients like yourself. I saw dogs, I saw cats, right? Doing physical exams, figuring out what's going on with them, and hopefully making diagnosis, getting them on the right treatment to get them better, urgent emergent care if needed, doing surgery. I did have a fairly big practice, seeing a lot of clients, working a whole lot of hours, including many weekends, hundreds and hundreds of nights on call. On top of the fact, the downside of owning a veterinary practice means you have a whole lot of staff to manage. And yeah, I love seeing animals. I love seeing most people with their animals, but I sure wasn't super keen on managing all those staff. So now, obviously, it's a lot different. I'm not talking about sending your dog home with antibiotics or steroids. I'm educating pet parents like yourself on how to use alternative home remedies for your pets. But yes, some people see only in-clinic veterinary work as real veterinary work. So the big question, do I miss it? I don't miss the big 14-hour days, the very high stress, all those big financial pressures, or the real downsides of veterinary practice. Having clients who just didn't have any money at all to spend on their dogs and cats, not being able to properly work them up, even for some of the simple treatments, or just having to euthanize animals for many different reasons. Yes, it was a privilege to have that, but yeah, it's a hard thing to do, especially on an ongoing basis. And I really felt, in that veterinary practice space, yes, I was impacting a small number of people in a pretty big, important way, but I just really felt like there's so much more I could do, and I just wasn't able to do that while being in practice. Some of the things I do miss, obviously, I miss the hands-on connection with pets. Having people come in with their dogs, their cats. There's nothing better than seeing a puppy and a kitten come into your practice. Just the satisfaction of seeing an animal improve when either I've made the correct diagnosis, got them on the appropriate treatment, or having an animal who's been injured, maybe hit by a car, having a fracture, and being the one to go in, put the pin in the femur, repair that fracture, and see that dog run around again. Yes, I miss that. And especially in contrast with what I'm doing now, I do miss seeing real people and their pets. Not the grumpy people and not the occasional grumpy pet. But what about this? Dr. Jones, you're living that life of online freedom, right? What about this Facebook hack? About a month ago, I was contacted by someone that they were representing Katie Couric. They were going to set us up for a podcast interview doing a Facebook Live. Prior to this initial meeting, there was conversations back and forth. This person people seemed very legitimate, but they wanted to do a tech setup call so they could make sure everything is working correctly. Got on a short Zoom call. They had me log into Facebook, just still doing a Zoom call. They couldn't see anything. Something wasn't quite right. They said, could you just share your screen? So based on just sharing my screen, they were then able to figure out how to log in as an administrator, essentially remove our Facebook page. It didn't exist as far as concerning me. We no longer had access to over 500,000 followers on Facebook. As of a few days ago, it looks like we have our Facebook page back, but our followers, they're gone. We've gone from 500,000 plus followers to virtually zero, like 330. How did that happen? It took us years and years to get to this point, and how can that all just get erased overnight? And I think I'm trying to put into perspective in that, yes, social media is just one thing. it can vanish and disappear overnight. We don't have control over these social media companies or the platforms, but the knowledge, the things that I'm able to share, along with our big community, it's so much more than just one social media channel. Now, how am I connecting these two stories? Well, just like you don't need a veterinary clinic to be a veterinarian, you don't need all these Facebook followers to still have an impact. Being a veterinarian and be able to serve pet parents like yourself, it's so much bigger than, having a clinic, having a social media platform. I'm thankful that there's still a whole bunch of other platforms, most importantly being YouTube, of which you guys are watching now, as well as the other platforms that we still have people on TikTok, which is nearly 1 million followers now. Also on Instagram, on our blog, as well as our newsletter. So to sum it all up, do I miss being a real veterinarian? Well, I would say yes, and I would say no. Ultimately, what matters more is just helping our pets, your pets, live happier, healthier lives. And I think it's a good reminder to me to not get so caught up in the follower count, recognizing there is this real big community, really dedicated, concerned, involved pet parents like yourself. They're wanting to be more involved with the care of their own pets and are really interested in holistic care. So yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for following me in whatever way you do. And if you've yet to do so, click up there to subscribe, hit the bell to sign up for notifications. Then when you click that link directly in the box below, I can send you a copy of my free book.